What's up guys, this is Danny from Rethink Peer-to-Peer Lending. Welcome back to another portfolio update on my channel. In today's video, we look at the performance of my outstanding peer-to-peer portfolio in October, as well as discuss the most recent events that have happened in the industry. In October, I was able to earn 886 euros from my outstanding peer-to-peer portfolio, which is the second highest income both this year and historically. A good contribution came from Income Marketplace with 162 euros, which has been a new personal record on the platform. The best overall performance in my portfolio comes from Income Marketplace as well, with a decent return of 13.45%, followed by PeerBerry with 12.04% and ViaInvest with 11.17%. Worth mentioning is the total return at CrowdPeer, which is now in the double-digit range for the first time. The bottom of the performance chart is led by FinTown with 5.79%, which is now listed after 6 months of personal investments have passed. In October, I only had a total of 2 transactions in my portfolio, with each 1,000 euros being deposited on Income Marketplace and Debitum. The value of my outstanding peer-to-peer portfolio increased to 105,322 euros during October, which corresponds to an increase of 18,141 euros this year alone. Next up, we take a closer look at some platforms from my portfolio and how they performed in recent weeks. In November, the Gofingo Group repaid 350,000 euros of war-affected loans on PeerBerry, increasing the repayment amount under the group guarantee to more than 50 million euros. In this regard, PeerBerry has announced that the last installment of war-affected repayments will most likely happen on December 16. This means that all outstanding claims would have been settled almost 3 years after the war in Ukraine has started. This is clearly a great and unmatched recovery performance by PeerBerry and its partners, which is a great testimony to their integrity for not letting investors down and honor their obligations. The only downside remains the insufficient supply of loans, which cannot meet the high demand from investors. According to PeerBerry, around 35% of loans are currently available for manual investments, which are usually uploaded on weekdays in the morning hours. A similar picture can be found on Esketit as well, where many investors are faced with Cashdrag again. Given the declining loan supply, investor assets under management have recently fallen back to below 50 million euros. In this regard, also my personal account is affected with close to 4,000 euros of uninvested funds. Considering that the average loan terms continue to increase in my personal portfolio, the situation can now hardly get any worse, which is why I will calmly wait until the next Czech EUR assets will find their way to my portfolio. Looking at Income Marketplace, the positive momentum of 2024 also carried on in recent weeks. Following the onboarding of 2 new lenders, investor assets under management are now heading towards 80 million, which is twice as much compared to the start of the year. At the same time, the default rate is well below 1%, which enables investors to generate double-digit returns on the platform. In my recent platform review, I talked in more detail about the positive developments at Income Marketplace and why the platform belongs to the best alternatives in the current peer-to-peer market. To fuel the growth even more, Income has recently announced its collaboration with Swiss company i2, which has now integrated an API structure that institutional investors can use to invest on the platform. Upon request, Income communicated that there will be no such thing as cherry picking for institutional investors, given the underlying assets by the lenders will have the same conditions as for retail investors. At the same time, retail customers and institutions will each have separate loans to invest in, as this has been a requirement from institutional side. When we look at LANDE, the platform managed to finance a total of 1 million euro across 39 different loans in October. The monthly performance report also revealed that 2 loans have been fully recovered in Latvia, whereas 5 new loans have been transitioned to the collection stage. The ratio of current and defaulted loans is currently at 16.6% with a slight upward trend. Looking at the general statistics, LANDE has currently 1.5 million in defaulted loans, which corresponds to a default rate of 8.9%, considering a managed portfolio of 7.2 million euro. Not too bad, but clearly with some room for improvement. For anyone interested in joining LANDE, the platform has recently extended its 3% bonus campaign for new investors until the end of the year. Apparently, also Debitum's marketing budget is still not exhausted this year. After 2 marketing campaigns in October with a bonus pool of 120k, the third campaign was launched in mid-November. Despite the aggressive marketing approach, the offer appears to be compelling for many investors. In the last month alone, investor assets under management have increased by 3 million euros. Last but not least, let's take a quick look at HeavyFinance as well. The Lithuanian platform has recently announced its collaboration with the European Investment Fund, which is providing the platform with financial resources worth 10.5 million euros. According to the press release, the funds are primarily aimed to support the agricultural sector in Poland. Looking at my personal portfolio, only 3 of my total 43 loans are currently more than 90 days late. This performance is mainly due to my focus on loans in Lithuania, which have historically proven to perform the best on the platform. My total performance of only 8.33% is mainly because of my green loan investments, which haven't generated any return yet. As the current schedule suggests the first carbon credit sales to be in Q1 2025, my return will hopefully be in the double-digit area by next year. That's about it for portfolio update number 11 this year. If you like this kind of content, then please do me a favor and consider subscribing to this channel to not miss out on any future videos.